But I mean, it's broadside. Alright, I'm gonna come down, meet the bottom again. If you want to come down, Sean.
I would love to. Is it just me, or does the water seem really turbid here? I mean, not really turbid, but I feel like there's a lot more blowback than we're used to seeing for this depth.
Quick zoom here, video.
Thank you.
Mucus.
Siphonophore.
It's swimming.
Or salp.
Yeah, so
got a
it's either
head.
siphonophore or salp that we're looking at right now, which has just gone out of camera.
Yeah. Camera shy. So what's the bearing on our move?
190.
190. Okay. Let's come in on the shrimp.
So that looks like a Nematocarcinus shrimp. You know that because of the extremely long appendages, as well as the very, very narrow posterior end of the shrimp.
Now, this one has a different color pattern, though, than the deeper Nematocarcinus. It's banded, so I'm not a shrimp expert. This is Bruce, but I don't know if Chris can chime in. I guess Mary Wixton isn't online now. She could tell us what it is.
Chris, I'm pretty sure this would be Nematocarcinus, and I think Mary would agree with this. The legs are just so distinctive, and so is the body shape, too.
Yes, one right.
Do you think it's
one
a different
right.
species than we see deeper?
I don't know. I think we ought to sort of code it as Nematocarcinus tenurostrus question mark at the moment.
Let's come on out, video. Let's get this guy here real quick. How are we looking there, Sean?
Yeah, I think it might be the current that's turning me, but
yeah, you might have to adjust.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't look too healthy.
And there's a beautiful cigarette urchin on the screen now, which they're also known as the pencil urchins.
So if Chris Ma is still on the line, maybe he'll take a stab at one of these urchins here. It looks like it's somewhat similar, at least, to Stereosideros hawaiiensis, with the lack of spines right on the very top. But hopefully he can weigh in. There are other parts of it that look different, though.
Want to pull out for a full image?
Good.
Holding.
Are those little ostracods or amphipods on the spines?
Yeah, it looked like little amphipods hanging onto the spines, didn't it?
Come in on the little amphipod.
Max zoom.
Looks like you're moving to me, co-pilot. Do you feel that way as well? A little bit, yes.
Alright, I've only got a moment here and then...
Yep, video's clear.
Alright, come on out.
Yeah, it looks like amphipods on those spines.
Yeah, quite a couple. I could see at least 4 between 2 spines. And so as we're looking upslope again, some more of those Chordometridae crinoids, some more Phorea sponges, and some more anemones in view. So it looks like we've got a coral up ahead. If we could potentially move towards that, that would be great.
Yeah, the sizable squat lobster.
Yeah, pilot, you might be reaching the end of your tether.
Let's see where we can get here, video. We're way out.
You guys mind if I put another 15 meters a little bit more, like 200?
Yeah, I would say
210.
Yeah,
Okay.
more to the west.
So we're looking at an octocoral. Tina seems to think it's Nicetidae. Yes, and so does Scott, from the genus Asinella, as well as there are lots of ophiuroids in the foreground.
There was a squat lobster on it that's
Nav.
very close to its same color on the left-hand side.
From one of the other cameras, it looks like
From
we're
the
looking at
present
some
set point, so in
maybe
addition to the
jumbled
previous move, we'd
pillows
like to go
or
1.5
broken off
meters
pillows,
at
but they're small.
210 degrees and 0.1 knots.
Yeah, this is definitely an Okeanos. And I just want you to know that Chris called this Okeanos before we even got close to it.
Affirmative.
Come on out, video. See if we can get the squat lobster here. Go ahead, video.
By the way, this species of Isidid would probably be considered one of the commercially valuable precious corals, just to let you know. So we might have just recorded our first target group.
Great, thanks, Chris.
Smack zoom. I don't think we got the ankle on this guy.
Yeah. Hey, come on out. You gotta keep an eye on me, Sean.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like off to the... You gotta let me know when I'm running out of time here.
Oh, we're making, okay. But we are moving towards
Pilot, how are the rock
yeah.
samples looking
to
here?
you right now.
I could poke around a little bit. Still looking pretty cemented. Use my toe, so let's see if we can move one of these. But it doesn't look too promising.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yep, no problem. I love taking rock samples, so I've been keeping an eye out for them.
Pilot, how are the rock samples looking here? Thanks for letting me know. How are the rock samples looking here?
Can I just have all the shoreside members? There's a fish in the upper right in that crack we just passed. Can we have the shoreside members check your phones? I'm hearing some an open line and some feedback.
So we just saw another
Come on in.
Analopsima coral, as well as a sponge, Regadrella. Oh, yep, and now we're looking, and a fish on screen. Bruce, if Bruce knows what that is. I'm going to take this time to thank all of the shore scientists for keeping those IDs coming in. I know it's late for many of you, but we really, really appreciate you staying on the line with us.
So we just saw another Analopsima coral, as well as a sponge, Racadrella. Oh, yep, now we're looking, and a fish on screen, Bruce. Christian Sobarel. I'm going to take a time to attack all of the short signs of keeping things like these coming in. I know it's late for many of you, but we really, really appreciate you staying on
If we could zoom in on the fish again, I couldn't see the tail or the belly, but that would help a lot if we could see
Yeah,
either
we'll
of
see
those.
that tail of that fish if we can get it.
Yep, I guess it's gone.
Shore side, can we just have everyone check your phones? We're getting extreme feedback. If it doesn't go away, I'm going to have to separate the phone line from the chat.
This is some attractive looking geology. There's some fairly, old and weathered rocks. A nice fissure in the middle. Although I should mention that even though we say they're weathered, oftentimes you can't really tell how old they are just from checking out, whether they look like they've been devitrified or something like that.
Okay, gentlemen. Here we're headed southwest, trying to find the ridgeline again.
Are we looking like we're on the ridge right now?
No, I don't believe so. You can see I'm facing southwest and looking up, and the ridge should be running kind of southeast. So how long ago was the last ship move?
We started at 22:27, so about
Okay.
6 minutes.
Sean
ago.
seemed to think it would
Thanks
be
very
done
much,
about
Roland.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did
What direction was the last one?
at 210.
210. Okay. So it's not far from the way I'm facing.
Lots of dead branches down there, so I'll bet we're going to see some pretty good Scleractinian communities a little further
Looks like we
upslope.
have 700 meters to our actual waypoint destination.
Yeah.
And
So this might be the top here.
We can only
see.
hope, Chris. We can only hope.
So, Copilot, if you want to come up and keep at least
I
10 above me.
I was just coming up.
Okay. And then hopefully when we're up here, we'll be able to turn to port and start heading southeast along the ridge.
Yeah.
Copy that, Bridge. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can feel the current blowing me down over the top.
When we get up there, let's take a look at our escape route, our bailout plan, just to verify with everybody.
Yep. It's a good move.
So some more of the crinoids, the charitometridae, as well as what looks like a shrimp swimming in the upper left corner, maybe a heterocarpus again. And also some more of the Phorea sponges, I think.
There's a black swimming thing, center screen top. It's only a couple centimeters wide. It's now in the crack. Right hand side of the screen.
Okay.
And for all listeners, we've just come above 600 meters depth, so we're at about 590 meters depth now.
Black coral straight ahead.
So yeah, here I am. That's the ridge top.
C-pin.
Caught in the current.
Quite a couple sponges as we're rounding the corner here.
We just passed the C-pin on the right hand side, top of the screen.
Thank you, video. We'll wait for science to chime in on the biology. We're just getting arranged on top of the ridge. Okay, so I bet at this step Sirius has stopped moving.
It's pretty wild up here.
Did you say pretty wild?
Yeah.
For the current?
Yeah. But manageable. So we'll want to have you start turning to the southeast, I think, and see if I can follow the ridge line along and up.
Okay.
There are definitely some more angular
So I'm
clasts in
coming
this area.
left.
Looks a little bit more rubbly. That looks like there might be some pieces that are not in situ right now.
Yes. Watch leader, you're interested in a rock sample around here?
I am always interested in a rock sample.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's hard to say if they're cemented or not.
They look like they might be a little bit looser, especially sort of right in the middle of the screen where you are. It's hard to know, of course, until you go to touch them.
I can try nudging some with my skids. Copilot, if you just keep me centered up while I nudge these.
Yeah.
Tilt down here.
Yeah, it looks like there's another heterocarpus shrimp that's moving down toward the ROV at the upper edge of the screen.
Can you turn the hydraulics on and do
down
drawer in
across
and
the
wings
screen.
out? I think they've kind of
So enable HPU?
Yeah.
Quite right. It looks like there's a heterocarpus just in the center of the screen right now, a center bottom,
that's
as
not
well
right.
as a little squat lobster on the right.
There we go. And we'll bring it up to 1800 or something? Is that?
Yeah.
We're getting into the habitat now of one of the short-lived commercial fisheries for the heterocarpus shrimp, which is interesting.
Okay. Sorry, what else did you want me to do?
Drawer in and wings both out.
Right.
They're blocking my view of the skids right now.
Okay. So drawer closed.
Yeah, you have
There
to
are also a
enable the
couple
valve pack.
anemones hidden in between the rocks,
It's up top, enable valve pack.
as well as another scleractinian, I think, at the top right, top center of the screen.
I'm in
I think
trouble
you
with
have to
that.
move up. Yeah, there you go.
The drawer closed.
Good. And then both wings outboard.
Both wings.
Port wing, see? Port and starboard wing up top.
Oh,
So
yeah.
short base science team, right now we're trying to see if this might be a good place to pick up a rock for our first sample of the expedition.
Are you
I saw the left shore slide left.
yeah, I saw the right go.
Okay, very good. All right, Watchley, we just had to do a little rearranging.
I haven't done what we talked about with the pins yet.
Oh,
Pilot.
great. These don't look quite as loose as the ones we had
Yeah.
been looking at before.
Well,
In fact, these look a lot more in situ than the ones we had been eyeballing.
Oh, the ones just down a little lower? We've only moved a few feet.
Yeah, so obviously try to find what you can. It just seemed like there was an area of looser ones.
Yeah, I just
elsewhere.
bumped one here and it stopped the entire ROV. So it's not usually a good sign.
Sea spider on the left.
Yeah, I mean, if we can't find something in the next 2 minutes to sample, we should just keep moving.
Yep. Yeah, I think, at least from what we've seen
So
so
there's
far,
been a
it'll
little
be a
blackfish
challenging day.
swimming around, and it looks like it could be Bruce is saying a cyclothone species.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's something that we see from time to time. That's actually a mid-water genus of fish that are very abundant in open water. And it seems like occasionally they get down near the bottom, but it's probably not their main
Don't we want to go
habitat.
north to get a...
Cyclothony is thought to be the most abundant genus of vertebrate on Earth because there are so many of them, even though you don't find them concentrated in one area. They're found throughout the world ocean, and there's so much open water,
I think we
mid-water,
should move
that
Sirius
the
another
populations overall
20
must be
meters
huge.
closer to me to get on top of the ridge.
Okay, so 20 meters the way Sirius is looking.
Yeah, and then we'll be able
Which
to
is
turn.
215, say.
Yep.
Don't those guys look a little bit more loose to you?
Which ones?
The one right in the center?
No, I just think it looks
You
like
think
we're in a
they're just pointy out?
sedimented area. Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure about
they-
that.
Well, go for it if you think.
Well, I don't
you
want to
wanted me
waste too much
pull
time on this. So
to retract the
we'll,
pins, right?
Yes, if you do drawer in, then you can pull both pins in.
Okay, I've done drawer close. And then how do I do the pins? So
It might be on the other valve pack. Oh no, there it is. Retract, port bio retract.
okay, and starboard bio retract.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so those are both sort of enabled to open,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So did we start that move? I missed.
I don't believe so.
No, which I was going over the bridge with the new bailout plan.
Okay.
What would you like to?
We had set to do a move about 20 meters, 215, to get Sirius over the ridge. Then we'll be able to proceed along the ridge top.
Copy that. Bridge nav. We'd like to put in a ship move of 20 meters at bearing 215 at
While we're here, Carl, you want to look at that pink potential cut coral on the right-hand side of your main HD?
We're going to poke this rock first.
Okay, copy.
Okay, watch lead. We're just
copy.
waiting for a ship move. I'm going to take just a minute and poke these rocks that we thought might be loose.
please poke away.
Yeah, not too promising, but just take a minute, and then we'll be on our way along
Great.
the ridge.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. I think we're all very excited to be looking at tons of great imagery, but I would like us to try to start moving along our track as well.
Yes, the ship is moving that way.
Yep.
It's a little more challenging than we thought with the currents.
I understand. Oh, completely understand.
Okay, co-pilot, so you have a Sirius view on the upper small camera, so I'll take Mini Zeus, I'll monitor right.
Sounds good.
If you want to take control of Mini Zeus for me. That one there.
So wait, do I need to change the...
Yeah, you hold it down until it's red.
Okay, I'm following the craft.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and let me know when you move it. Don't just start moving.
Okay.
Or I'll ask you to move.
Okay.
So shoreside team, we're looking for a rock right now. See if we can grab one. This is the craft manipulator arm, I believe. So this is the stronger, more powerful rock picking up kind of guy. Plus, it actually has a little thing to cut corals, right, Diva?
Yes, it has a coral cutter on it.
Yep. So it's an exceptionally valuable tool right now.
And we can also see one of the Goniasterid asteroids from earlier that Chris identified for us in the distance, as well as a heterocarpus on the screen, the commercial species of shrimp.
Okay, well, I poked 4 of the rocks and none of them moved.
All right, I
So-
guess we're going to have to move on. So let's try to make some distance if we can
Yes.
for a while.
We will.
I'm so sad that none of these rocks want to move. They don't want to come home with us.
It's kind of how it often goes down here.
Oh, I know.
Okay, thank you, Jim. I'll take Mini Zeus back. You can disable hydraulics. So we're not just running the pump.
Right. Let's see.
So we ramp it down, yep. Okay, so Sierra should be moving over the ridge. We'll turn hopefully more southeast, and then we'll try to make tracks along that direction.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Okay. And just, call out if you see any new biology you want to zoom in on.
I most certainly will.
All right. Video, you had wanted to zoom on something here?
I was just suggesting that pink item to the right of lasers might be a cup coral of interest.
Looks kind of shrimpy to me, but I'll just turn a little and look at it.
That's the one to the lower right.
Oh, down in the nook.
Yep.
Oh, down in the nook, you mean?
Yeah, not to the
okay.
left.
Yeah, I see to the right of the lasers. Okay. Well, you can see when I lift off how much I move.
And I don't know if you got time based on the move, but I bet there'll be interest in that starfish, at least as Snap's saying. It looks similar to something we did before.
Okay, you want to zoom on the cup coral? I would say kind of an urchin.
So, pretty little echinoid.
Okay,
Maybe in a kinothyroid
10 seconds of this.
Kinothyridae
Sure.
family. Any scientists shown know what this is further?
Okay, video's clear.
All right, go wide. I'll just hop over to this star, sea star, and then it looks like Sirius will be in position.
Okay.
Okay, video. I know I'm a little far, but
So earlier we had one of these as well, and Chris Ma ID'd it to definitely Goniosteridae, the family, possibly Ceramasta, the genus. So this is great. Thanks very much, pilots.
Whenever you're clear, video.
Okay, just give me a few more seconds. It's got nice contrasts.
Sure.
In comparison with the other.
That's going to complement your contrast.
As well as there's a tiny ophiuroid just above the left, upper left of the Goniosteriid asteroid.
Okay, video's clear.
All right.
Thank you, Bridge.
Okay, co-pilot, I will come up here. You might have to come up with me a little bit. I'll try facing southeast and see if we see the ridge that way.
Okay, so I'm coming left as well.
So it looks like passing over a couple more sponges. Also maybe another Dendrophilidae, Scleractinian, as well as a different type of asteroid, and as well as a sideroid urchin. Pilot, if possible, can we zoom on that on that asteroid, and then we should definitely make tracks uphill.
Then we'll make tracks.
Right? I know. Sorry.
Okay, video. I'm close. Nowhere to set down, really. Got one skid on a little.
Go ahead, Bridge.
Drifting back.
So this looks like it could be maybe Benthopectinidae.
We're all good here.
The family Benthopectinidae.
Now you're stable.
Copy that. Pilots, we're going to move the ship about 10, 20 degrees to port.
From the Sirius view, you can really see sort of the lumpy, rounded morphology of this volcanic ridge. It's a little bit harder to see in the main HD, but we're definitely looking at kind of a ridge, steep slopes on either side, nice moundy morphology in the middle.
Top of ridge here.
Copy that.
So there's a little dip here that I'm going over.
Yep, we're crossing down into a little divot. Some isolated basalt structures just sort of hanging out.
Nav, can you increase the range on my sonar?
Copy.
Do we want to start another ship move?
Yeah, I think.
Nice looking enemy.
Would you like 50 meters or more?
White base.
Let's just keep doing 30 meters. But
no, I mean your sonar.
Yeah, that looks good. Now we can see the terrain there.
Okay.
It is about. Yeah, I'm at 140, and it looks like it's there.
Copy that. So a 20 meter moves at 140.
Yeah, would that keep Sirius in line with me? Sirius is more south now.
Right.
Yeah, I guess we should kind of split it, maybe.
Well, actually, no. I'm looking south at you.
Yeah.
So I'm actually more north of you.
But if I'm on the ridge, you want to be on the ridge too. So.
Right. So you want to bring me a bit.
Yeah. So maybe we should do like 170. So Sirius will.
Sure.
Is that?
Yeah, or even 175.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, 30 meters, 175.
Copy
so
that.
We're back in this more angular, blocky material.
Bridge nav. We'd like a ship move of 20 meters at 175 at 0.1 knots. Good, copy, thank you.
We could probably up that speed to 0.2, couldn't we?
Oh yeah. We can go 0.2 for this.
What is that strange
Bridge
object on top of that rock?
No, I'll try to get closer in a sec.
And also down in the lower left of that rock, beyond that rock, it looks like potential whip coral. Something curvy down there.
So watch lead, I've nudged a few of these rocks and
Bridge nav.
they are as cemented as they look.
We can go ahead and bump that up to
delightful.
0.2 knots. Thank you.
We'll just have to enjoy the rocks from afar right now, rather than bringing one back up at this moment.
Well, we have to get one today.
Yes, you do.
Even if it means bringing back the whole mountain.
Or we could just pick up all biology specimens.
Video while I'm hovering here, you want to do a
like
zoom on the top here?
Yeah, that looks like a gigantic, and it is. I'll let the scientists describe it.
So that is a huge barnacle, more than 10 centimeters in length, stalked barnacle, as well as
on the right-hand side
some
as
other
well.
ones behind it. And you can see they've got the cirri extended, the ones in the background, and so they have them extended to feed as things, as particles from the water basically pass through the cirri. They can get caught in the cirri, and then the barnacle will track them and eat whatever's caught there.
I might
slow her down a bit.
The tether and Kern are getting me.
I can come down a little bit if it helps.
Sure. Yeah, video pretty far out there.
Full wide.
Okay. But we do have a side shot now.
It's also interesting to see how the geology in this region with this little isolated high and otherwise low provides a great area for a community of animals.
I'm going to try just setting
So there's
down
actually
and
two different types of barnacles there. The stalked one is probably Scalpelidae family, whereas the other ones are probably balanoids.
Copilot, can you take my main HD and tilt it for me?
Yeah, is that the right-hand pin tilt?
Yeah.
So tilting up?
Yeah, we'll zoom in on these
so
barnacles.
Tilt up just slightly?
Yeah, get those centered.
Down just slightly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just center them as you need.
As well as what looks like a hydroid growing off the stalked scalpelid barnacles. And then I'm not sure what that is to the left of the... I guess maybe another sideroid urchin as well, sitting on top of the rock feature. But yeah, so these are the cirri extended out of the barnacles feeding.
Okay, let's go wide video. I might... no, that wasn't super stable. They'll come back around.
How are we doing on our move, Nev?
We'll be coming up to the end of it any second now.
Should we just jump into another one?
Well, can you switch? Actually, I'll take my camera back. Okay, and then follow me with yours.
It's interesting because there's really not a lot that's intact up here. It's very, very fractured. You know, you're not seeing anything that looks like a traditional pillow or lobate, but nor are you seeing long scree slopes of talus. We didn't see it on our way kind of driving up the slope at the beginning of the dive.
I believe that's a C-pin on the lower left of the curve. And are those angular rocks to the right of that loose?
So the peninsula in the center of the screen right now.
Yeah, give that a zoom video. It's pretty.
What is that? Tell me about it.
Common name is a C-pen.
Copy that. Thanks, Bridge.
Or rock pen, Scott just points out as well. And there's a little ophiroid at the base of it.
Want me to tilt up to the top video?
Oh, tilt up to the top.
So this is probably from the family Anthoptilidae. Maybe the genus Anthoptilum. So Scott's also telling me that rock pen is simply the name applied to sea pens, suctioned to rocks rather than buried in the sediment.
Okay, now go full.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Specimen.
Tilting down. There it is.
Thanks, Scott.
Should we have the lasers off for some of that?
Specimen.
Tilting down. There it is.
Thanks, Scott.
Should we have the lasers off for some of that?
It's okay as long as it's not on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that.
Like that. Yeah, lasers off.
Yeah. Got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Video's clear.
All right. Go wide. We'll keep moving.
So do another move.
Let's get me out ahead a little and lined up. Figure out which way the ridge is. Because I'm fairly below you now, right?
You're almost directly below me, yeah.
Yeah. But it looks like you are nicely lined up the way we want to go, southeast.
That was what I was trying for.
Yeah. And yeah, there is kind of uphill on my sonar. These rocks are looking pretty loose here.
Grab one.
All right. Well, they're looking loose.
What? So we were looking at rocks that this looks much more, angular. These look more like talus. Hopefully one of these will be loose and we'll be able to make a grab for it.
You need the HP one?
Yes, please. I'm just nudging them now to make sure.
Another
Oh, yeah.
Malacalcinus shrimp just going out of the bottom of the screen. And another shrimp, maybe the same one, swimming in the center of the screen right now, just as we're going to try to pick up this rock.
So I'm looking at this one here. It's 10 centimeters across.
That one looks good to me.
You like it? It's kind of a 10 centimeter cube, it looks like. Okay, you want to take the mini Zeus, Jim?
On the mini Zeus.
And actually, if you do the port slider inboard.
Sorry, the
port slider inboard.
So
port
for
wing.
you watching shoreside, I'm going to be changing stream 2 to give you a better image of the sampling.
Now, if you just keep an eye on where Sirius is relative to D2 and the tether and the ship moves and all.
Copy.
port wing inboard.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can. That's good. Or was that all the way?
Not sure.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
all the way.
Okay.
You have
Arm
a
coming on.
shrimp on your right leg.
Come left on minis.
Mike. Okay. Yeah, if you come left on Mini Zeus now.
Come on left.
I'm going to open the box first. There we go. Perfect.
It's loose.
Check that out. That rock is on the move.
What do you think? Watch lead too small?
Diva says, the biologist says that this is a good size rock.
Well, it's up to you.
I think that's okay. I think let's go for that.
I think in the interest of time, let's go for that.
Yeah.
Can you just bring it a little bit closer so we can get a zoom in on it?
Yeah, Jim, could you tilt up the main HD?
307.
Coming up on the main HD.
Okay. Okay, video, you can zoom in, and I'll rotate.
Let's see.
Okay, let me know when you want to rotate video.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me know watch lead.
Looks good to me.
There it is.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Excellent work. Thank you, pilots.
It'll close itself, won't it, if I...
So there we have our first sample, a geology sample for
Excellent.
the Marianas expedition.
Very cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, can you follow me around with Minizus?
Following on Minizus. Oh, wrong one.
All right, then yeah, wing inboard.
Oh, whoops.
Or sorry, wing outboard.
Port wing outboard.
Just keep an eye on its contact with the shilling. It was good.
Disable valve pack.
So we've got another pneumatic sinus shrimp
One down, HPU.
on the right side of the
disable
screen.
You put that in the port side, forward rock box.
Port forward. Yeah.
Copy.
Okay.
You've got your cameras back.
Thanks, Skillpad. Looks like you're in a good position here. So let's see. The general slope should be about 140, and we're both faced 145. Let's do 30 meters at 145 now.
That was 30 meters at 145.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
There's an awful lot of white stuff around that.
Actually, let's start doing 40-meter jumps now that we're on
40?
the ridge top. Yeah.
Okay. Still at 0.2.
Mm-hmm.
Copy that.
Can we just
Bridge
visualize
nav.
that white stuff on the rocks ahead?
Sure, I'll
Can
hop
we
up
get
to it.
a 40-meter ship move at 145 at 0.2 knots, please? Good copy.
Okay, video, you want to do a zoom while I'm floating here?
Sure. Yep. So is that basalt under there, or is that what's going on there? Science? It looks like a geological puzzle.
Is that the geologic term for it? Cracked open?
That is a engineering description of a geological site.
Yeah, that's okay. We often use the word, cruddy or weathered. These look like they're, kind of broken up. They're still in situ mostly. It looks like there's maybe some kind of, I don't know if it's a carbonate matrix or if it's a sediment matrix that's sort of filling in around these basalts or around these volcanics.
Okay, let's go live video.
Kind of what? Yeah, that's what I mean.
Thank you.
Hmm?
So the ship is underway.
Yes, ship is under move. It's we got about 5 more minutes.
Great.
4 more.
So to hold here, I can see I have 55% over.
Come back on that?
55% lateral.
55% lateral.
Jeez.
Take a snap on that white stuff that's on that
See
rock.
the way the tether is arcing off to.
Yeah, it's trying to
the
change
left
my
too.
heading too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, my front thruster is actually 70.
Is that a crab? I believe we have a crab on the rock.
Yeah, you want to zoom on this crab?
If we've got a chance, yeah,
Maybe
and
a
we can
swat
zoom on
lobster.
the speckled
Seems
stuff
like your
all
left
over the
thruster ought to be
rocks.
pushing harder than your forward one.
I don't know.
So there's a...
What is that speckled stuff, Diva?
Oh,
Are they like limpets?
Hold on, I can't see
You can
properly.
actually
But there were 3 squat lobsters there, and then we're just trying to ascertain what is exactly sitting on the rocks.
Can you go wide again, video? Ooh, there's
One
no-
maybe a chance.
actually,
Oh, and there's
get this
also
guy.
a pagurid,
Go and do
maybe. Yeah, so a pagurid hermit crab.
I'll get him. If you
I don't
go
think I've
wide,
ever
I'll
seen
sit
a hermit
down
crab
here.
in the wild before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Deb. Someone was telling me there were quite some really large ones on Guam.
Yeah, on the way to the Spanish
Yeah.
Steps. They were about this size, actually. Okay, video. Free to zoom.
So Chris thinks this hermit crab is Parapagadrus, similar to Dofleini.
It's got an enemy on its back.
And I did actually think, I'm going to agree with Scott and say, I did think it was a striped shell, but no, it's carrying an enemy on its back.
Okay, keep an eye on me there, co-pilot. Okay, after this zoom, I'll have to move on. Sirius is coming over me.
Okay, we'll call it.
Okay.
They wanted to identify that crusting stuff at the top of the rock.
Okay, we'll get that as I come up. Okay, coming up, co-pilot.
Yep.
Okay, video, you want to zoom on that as I come up?
Yep. Just let you float over it. A little slower. Looks like a tons of barnacles.
So you've got quite a couple of ophiuroids, and then these tiny little white things. Maybe look like gastropods?
Can't keep the focus.
Yeah, it came up into the current.
I'm actually a little bit past you. I'm looking back.
Okay, let's go wide. We've got to balance the moves with the zooms. Okay, moving ahead. Both at 145.
So it looks like we're back in an area that's much more intact. You see less, less talus, less rubble. We're also not seeing quite as many as those little miniature mounds at this moment.
I'm trying to push forward and sideways here. But
We still got about 7 meters left in the ship move too.
okay. Yeah, so I'm kind of off the ridge here. You can see it's rising to my starboard side. So keep an eye that we don't get below it too far. I'm coming up now, co-pilot.
Yep.
Nav, when we have a chance,
okay.
can we get an update on how far we still have to go to reach the top? We'd really like to get to the summit, so we kind of want to keep that in our minds.
Sure. Looks at about 600 meters.
Okay, so science party on shore. I'm not sure if you heard that, but we still have about 600 meters to the top of the ridge.
Co-pilot, can you actually bring in my lower swing arms?
Copy that, Bridge. Thank you.
Lower swing arm. You want those up? Is that right?
There. Yeah.
So lower.
Or it's
Oh,
up.
sorry, the lower swing arm.
Yeah.
Stow.
You have to stow, yep.
Lower
Make sure, before you do it, make sure the starboard one is all the way right and the port one is all the way. Whoa. There's a fish.
Lower swing arm stow.
All
lower
right, so that was a commercially valuable species. That's what we call munchong in Hawaii. It's a deep water in the Bramity family. That was great, and he was swimming just slow enough to see him.
So we went lower swing arm.
So port left and then stow.
Yeah, that was
Starboard
looked like
right and then
Umagictus
stow for lower.
illustrous, which is one of the few bottom-associated species in that family. The
See two
family
lower
is
swing arms,
usually
but they're not
pelagic,
indicated as
but
port and
Umagictus
starboard,
is more
but I just have to assume
associated
that
with
You're on the
island
port
slopes.
bow pack, so it's port, yeah.
Oh, okay. So port lower swing arm right.
No, port left. You want to bring it.
Port left.
Yeah.
Those are really delicious, by the way.
They are.
And then stow.
Catch
Okay.
a couple of those
So
for your
then the
galley, and everybody will be
starboard
really
cap.
happy.
Of pack. Lower swing arm right. No way to see that one, right?
You can see it in that. The right